up, everybody? Yeah, it's Yomi Daniel again, FX Writer. So, real quick, I really want to talk about some silent pairs that we should be looking at for the week. So, I think I already sent some analysis out, but real quick, let's just check what we might be predicting for some of these pair. So, during the week, if I see any change, reason to change any of these analysis, as I have always been saying, I will definitely send out the markup. So real quick, flashing back to what the market did last week, we all knew that we saw this all move to the downside. I predicted a sell, which actually gave us about 250 pips, if I'm right, to the downside. And the sell was actually based off this trend line that we had on the smaller time frame. I think it's on the 2 hour, it's matched on the FA on the 4 hours or so, even on the 1 hour it's matched, but I'm just going to be showing you on the 2 hour time frame in case you don't know the reason why we took the sell last week. So it was just a nice break and retest, and we caught these whole pips to the downside. So like I said last week also, I was telling you guys that before we were looking out for the sell, my previous analysis, I told you guys that this impulse that we have to the downside, I said we might be looking out for retracement all the way to the 618, but definitely price did not get to the 618. Price missed the 618 a little bit, and couldn't make it all the way to what, to the 618 before the drop right there. So we're not gonna worry about that. So now this is what I was actually gonna be predicting for the week. So for this week, based on what the market did last week, is actually what we're gonna be looking at right now. Look at it. This was a low that was being respected previous weeks before this whole push to the upside was created. Then we had a nice we had the put line on this area just to watch what price is going to be doing there back in the, if price could make it back there. So what happened, we got it right here, the same thing right here, we break and retest it, then push the upside. Then price actually come back there last week, close above it, then trying to make its move all the way to the upside. So what is my prediction? My very first prediction is that I'm going to be marking out a zone right here, and it's based on history. The market has always been respecting this area one way or the other. Is either gonna break it above or they're gonna break it below. So this area is gonna stand as what, a break above is actually gonna push more price to the upside. A retest of this is gonna drive price back to the downside. So now this is what I'm expecting. Should in case price gets to this area, in just a one note, in case price gets to this area, there's high potential of price coming back to this level before they make their way to the upside. If price break above this fib of this zone, there's high probability of price making it on the upside from here. Because Euro USD now, if I place the fib from this low, you guys know I'm a technical trader, so I use fib a lot. Look at it. So price is actually respecting the 71 fib level. Well, 78 level seems more significant, but this has a lot of support right here. The 71 has a lot of support right here. If you guys does not know how I use my fib, you can actually watch my fib recording video that I made on how to use fib. So like I was saying, now the 78 fib level actually sounds significant for price to come back and test. But should in case price decide to make their move way more to the downside, this area I'm talking about is 0.696. I'm gonna make it 95. It's gonna be a significant area to actually look out for. 950. Reason behind this is because we're gonna be placing a fib all the way to the upside, and we can see that the very first retracement that occurred was around the 38.2. Price respected the 38.2, telling us that what, 38.2 is actually a nice fib area at this point in time for price to respect. They pushed up about 100 pips or 70, then they make all their way back to the downside. Now on getting to the downside, should in case price respect this level and make it all the way to or break this low, then this is a good area whereby I'm going to be looking at the 0.6 fib level. Reason behind this is because I trade harmonic, so there's an harmonic pattern eyeing me, telling me that if price make it all the way here, there's high potential of price giving me something like this. Checking the C leg of the harmonic if it is valid real quick, so I don't just, yes, C leg of the harmonic is actually valid. So should in case price make it all the way here, automatically I'm gonna be taking the long from here. Boom. That should in case price make it there. So now this is my analysis. If price gets back to this area and give us some kind of reaction, you know what, USD is the pair that you actually want to watch the 1 hour candle, watch it very well for reaction. So in case I get that, then I will be looking out for sell all the way back to the downside. So I'm going to go to the 1 hour, and also there's another pattern eyeing this level. If I'm going to start from this point, There's another pattern. If I'm starting from this point, X to the upside, then I have a 38.2, I have the 1.13, then I'm going to be looking at 1.13 around there also. So should in case I want to make up, have another pattern also giving me more confluence. So I'm going to be saying this is the pattern right here, talking about X point to A point. The first retracement comes at the 38.2. The second retracement goes all the way to the 113. The last retracement is going to be coming out to the 113 also. So should in case price make their way back to this area, this is a significant area to look at for long. Checking the 1 hour time frame to see what real quick. So 1 hour time frame, this is what we're looking at. You can see this level. You actually want to get some kind of reaction like this. Let them close below this a lot before you take the word, before you look out for that kind of a sell at that point. So in case price did not even make it out the way that there, you can actually place a trend line at the counter trend line sitting right here, but I'm not going to use that. What I'm going to be using is two things. So you can actually watch for a client clean close, break and close below that trend line, but not really significant. Right now, this is what you guys should be having. Boom. So if price gets all the way back here, automatically they can make their move all the way back to the downside. If they break and retest this area, they can make it all the way back to this point. All the way back to this point. First TP right here, second TP above. Should in case price break above this area, I'm telling you, first TP, second TP. So this area is going to be a decision area for us now if price gets back there. That's on Euro USD. Next thing I'm going to be talking about is pound NZD. So real quick, pound NZD, you guys want to check what pound NZD is doing, right? So pound NZD is a pair that you really want to pay attention because the pair moves so fast. So if you're not going to be paying attention on pound NZD, it's not a pair for you to trade. It's not even meant for you. Automatically, it's not meant for you. If you're not going to be paying attention. Back in the years, I'm going to be talking about last year, I called a lot of fucking move on this pair back and front. So right now, this is what we're going to be looking at on this pair. It's so easy. It's definitely going to occur. You see, this pair is a pair that moves with pattern, but the pattern actually does not really play out until some kind of economical, maybe NZD goes weak or some pound goes, but it's consolidate, move back and front. The really big move is when there's some kind of economic issue between New Zealand or some kind of Aussie or probably pound. So this is what I'm looking at on this pair. Real quick, I'm just going to sketch it out. Impulse, this. You guys don't know what it is, right? Flag pattern. Inside this flag pattern, we have something like this. You guys know what this is also. You know what? Rising wedge, right? Large rising wedge. If you get something like this, rising wedge, close out above it, it's going to do what? Price is going to break to the upside. Price is going to break to the downside. Rising wedge forming. So these are the two patterns. The first one goes thus. The first one goes thus. 1, 2, 3. This inside, the pattern that we have inside is this. The inside pattern that we have inside is this. 1, 2. All these are telling us that this is the top of the flag. So price getting this, we are coming back to this low. We are coming back to that low. That is the daily time frame. That is what you have on the daily time frame. So on NZD, on pound NZD, all you guys should be looking out for is sell. But how to get your entry is going to be the problem for most of us, right? Because we're looking out for entry. We can't just be focusing on that higher time frame. But the thing is that you need to actually know what the higher time frame is saying, so you can know what type of pips, if the move continues, if the move starts to play out, you know what the type of pips you're actually looking out for. Because I personally, if I'm able to get my entry on this trade, I will not take out 100 pips. I will actually wait, hold it all the way to make their move to the downside. So now let's zoom out. Let's see what the market is saying. We already know the pattern that we have in there, right? Large rising wedge pattern, closer above 1, 2, 3 right here. They're giving us some kind of retest. They're gonna sell from where they are actually. That is it. This is the point. Market is gonna do was sell from where it actually now. Just that we might get a little. You can see the zone that I have right there. I had it there since before even market spike all the way to the place. You can check out my recent analysis. I had it there waiting, but we get some kind of manipulation. Price pushed up, break the level. That's fine. It's just to tell us that we're gonna retrace that level. So we had that one sitting down here. We had this one also sitting down here. You can see if this pattern is not valid, this market is not going to be respecting them. That is what you want to have in the back of your mind. So right now, this is what we're looking at for. I can just take out this pattern. I can take them out since you already know the pattern we're having on this. This is the zone. Why do I have this zone there? I have this zone there based on this. Real quick. This is an impulse we have in the market from this point to this point, right? First of all, it was this point. By that point, this was the highest high at that moment. This point, we had a retracement all the way to the 50. So I'm looking at price getting all the way to negative 272. Why? Because I'm actually anticipating a pattern called cipher, which means if price could push up back to that area, this is the part, this is the total TP that we should be looking at for. Then we can be looking at for some kind of thing like this. I don't want you guys to get me wrong. If price make it back to this point, this is what you should be looking at for. Automatically price is going to come all the way down, bet it or not, because there's a lot of things aligned with that area. Then that harmonic is going to be potential harmonic. That chart pattern is going to be there to play out. So should in case what price make it back to that point, we're going to look out for sell. But what if price did not make it back to that point? That is why this resistance is actually there. Let's check back to the past and see why this resistance is, how this resistance has played out. Let's check it out. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the action on this whole move. You can see. So right now, break and retest. What is happening? Break, retested it, drop. What is price gonna be doing around that area? We're testing it back. You can see we spark above. That was news. Market crash. You can see again, boom, drop nicely. All this drop was not just a 10 pips drop. You want to put it at the back of your mind how this resistance is showing 1,005 pips. Now we are at that zone again. Are we gonna expect 1,005 pips again? Hopefully it could occur. So the only thing is that you want to watch closely to see if price could make it back to this area. This is a candlestick pattern. This candlestick pattern is actually telling me that sell is going to occur automatically. So first of all, price might make it all the way towards, this is impulse to the upside. They can make it all the way to the negative 272 for you, and they might not. So if they are unable to make it all the way to negative 72 and drop from where they are, it's still the same thing. Mind you, we're not even going to be looking at that. The fact that price break above, I mean from this impulse to this area, this is what they did, something of such. One retracement all the way to the negative 414. Automatically they're going to do a come all the way back to this area. The pattern is still there. So the C leg of that pattern has been activated automatically, which means if price start making their move to the downside, you should be looking at for the 70.6, which is right here at a nice support level. At a nice support level. So now this is the game. We already know the higher time frame. We already know what they're looking at. Daily, we want to see daily candle close. So in case daily candle close back to this area, I'm gonna sell. Going to the 2-hour time frame to watch what price might be doing. So 2-hour time frame, I can see. You can see, I didn't mean I was looking at this earlier. I would have caught the entry from that top automatically. So now this is what I'm anticipating. So in case price break back to this area, you want to sell. If price gets back to this area, you sell. That's just it, nothing else. If price gets back to that area, you sell. You can see we are expecting this support level. It doesn't mean a fuck. If you get back to this area, I'm going to sell to the downside again. And I'm going to be watching what that negative 272 that I showed you earlier. So if you guys are not are unable to catch that top entry, this is a very good area for you. Boom. So this is a very good area with you. So should in case price make it back, should in case price make it back to this point, you want to sell. If price break below this, you want to sell. So watch out for what, either the top or a nice close below. Break and retest, something of such is what you should be expecting if you're looking at for close and below. This is what you should be expecting, something like this. Price gonna close, give you the sell coming all the way down, give you that retest right there. They're gonna close below a little bit, give you a slight retest all the way back to that area and sell. That's on euro pound, euro NZD, sorry, pound NZD. What am I saying? Pound NZD. That's what I have on pound NZD. So I'm neglecting all kind of other block or whatever shit that could be right there. I'm looking at the higher time frame. You don't want to get me wrong. So next play is gonna be this. On this one, the thing is that this one is still respecting my analysis as of last week, so I shouldn't really mark up on this. But let's just check what the market is doing right now. This is what we should be looking at for. I'm on the 2 hour time frame right now. I'm on the 4 hour time frame. We had a nice level sitting down right here. Checking back to the daily, you can see leveled up. Market came all the way here, drop. Same thing right here, drop. Are we saying that market is going to go back to that area and drop? It's possible. We could actually make it back to this point and drop. That is the reason why I put this zone there. Look at this zone. This zone is actually telling me that no matter how price comes to this area, they give us reaction. Break, retest, retest, break, fake out, break above, retest, push up, came back, push up, break below, drop. The same thing, push up, right down there, breaking above, respecting it. If price closed above this, high probability of them coming back to do what? To this area. Then from this area, we might actually look out for sell. We might look at, I actually want to see sell. So there's two scenarios on this one. Is also if price break this zone below this trend line, you sell to the downside. That's the first scenario. Second scenario is that price could make it all the way back to 70.6 of this fib level. So whereby I'm going to put in a fib all the way to the downside. This is my 70.6 fib level. So price could actually spike it and drop. But based on this resistance that we have, I will definitely be looking. I will not put a limit on the 70.6. I'll put it above 70.6 right here, just to see if price could make it back there. So my two scenarios is this. If price factor out, then I'm going to reanalyze. This is the first one. The second one is a break below this one. I don't have anything to talk about this much. I anticipated the buy. Then the buy is actually playing out right now. So want to see, I changed my analysis because price already get to the 618. So I really want to favor, if you want to be a conservative trader, just wait for the breakout of this. Then you catch your entry. No breakout, no entry. Break, retest the point, you sell. Probably something like this is going to be what you're going to be looking out for. Break, price was actually right there also. Break, retest, drop. Exactly, that's what you should be looking out for. But if you want to be an aggressive trader, wait for price to get to this area. Probably want to catch a very high limit trade. Then you can sell. That's for what's it called? Euro USD. Euros what's it called? USD CHF. Why am I saying rubbish? USD CHF. Next one is gonna be Euro Pound. Euro JPY. I think something is wrong with me. Euro JPY. Probably anxious. So honestly, the analysis I gave out on this is actually playing out because this video is a late video. I already sent my markups out before the analysis on this. So automatically this is what I'm watching for. I'm not paying attention to this. This is the one I'm paying attention to. This level right here is what I'm paying attention to. So I'm just gonna make it quick on this one. You can see we are expecting a very nice support area right there. If you check back to the past, you're gonna see how price has reacted at that point. So price get back here, pushed up. And the reason why price has been pushing up here was not just because of a support level. If you guys have been playing really nice, you would have understand that price do respect trendline a lot. It's only those ones that actually don't understand how this thing move are those that sells price does not respect trendline. This is the game. Price respected a nice trendline at this point. What is it? Somewhere right here, I think. No, it was above. Somewhere right here. I had a trend line sitting down here. I took it out earlier. And just for you to see, that was just a nice reaction. Boom, 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 boom to the upside. So now price came back to that low. What I'm expecting price to do right now is that I want to see them pushing up a little bit higher. Then I look out for my sell. So which area am I looking at for sell on these points? I'm looking out for sell on this area. I'm looking out for sell at that point. Reason behind it is fib. So reason behind it is what fib. First of all, you guys can go. Let's stay on the 2 hour time frame just to make things clear. First of all, you can see on the 2 hour time frame, we had a nice impulse from here. Then price retrace to the 618. Then make it all the way to the wall negative 618. You can put your fib just to check it out. So now putting my fib from that mere top again to the downside, I really want to see where a significant fib level is. Put it all the way down. This area is aligned with the 50 fib. One. I'm going to change the fib now, starting from this low, from this top, bring it all the way to this low. I have the 618 right there. So 618 from that point, 50 fib from this point, fib cluster is right there. So which actually gives me more reason to look out for what. I have many fib cluster though. I have one right here. I have one right here. So if I'm gonna pay attention to this one right here, high probability of price coming back there, but I'm gonna focus on what, the one that has, the one that is closer to me. So take all the fib out. So taking all the fib out, I have what, I have a major fib cluster sitting down right here. But if you look at this level, it doesn't really look like a very good supported resistant area, because we have a lot of manipulation right there. It doesn't really look good, but it's actually a nice area that market that do respect. You can see, check to the past, you can see those areas, but it doesn't really look, good for me. But I'm just gonna keep it there though. So this is what I'm actually looking out for. I'm looking out for this level. I want to see if price could make it back to this top. Then I'm gonna take what? I'm gonna take the sell. I'm gonna take the sell. Bad. I'm gonna take the sell. It's gonna be a little bit short sell though. I'm gonna take the sell. Yes. Or better still, just wait if I can see. You can just leave this pair for now, just for me to see what price might actually be doing, probably tomorrow or after today or whatever like that. I want to see the daily candle close of this, but I actually want to favor what, push up more. Yes, at least back to this point. This point really look nice for price to drop at, but you can actually be patient, you can actually wait. But this is a very nice area to see price dropping from. But when price gets to this area, make sure you watch closely. Don't just get in the trade at the blind eye. Don't put any limit. Watch closely to see what price is going to do there. On the 4 hour time frame, there's a kind of liquidity right there. On the 4 hour time frame, there's liquidity at that point. Yes, right here. So let's see what market is going to do right there, should in case price make it way back there. That's Euro JPY. Next pair is going to be Euro CAD. So on Euro CAD, what I'm going to be analyzing on this one is that this pair tends to drop more. That's all. But the thing is that we can push up a little bit, but we tends to drop more. Where are we looking at for? We're looking at for this area. Price is going to push up from this area. It's going to be a little bit pushed based on what? Checking the history. You guys can see what we have right there. This was a nice breakout of trend line. Then price respected it for you. Then we had a nice push up from there after the break and retest. Now when price gets to this area, what are we looking at to anticipate? First of all, I'm placing a fib on this point to the upside, back to this area. So on getting there, on getting to this point, I'm looking out for what? You can see my 618 is aligned at this other block area where price grab liquidity. One, push. Second one is this. I'm placing a fib on this impulse that we first had. The retracement right there is around the 78.6 or 71. I'm looking out for the extension level. It should be around the negative 414 or negative 618. So my fib is coming from here, making all the way to the downside. I have what? The 71 fib level, fine. So I'm looking out for what? Negative 414 or negative 618. So automatically you can see what we have. So negative 414 is aligned with the 618 fib level. Negative 618 is aligned with the 71 fib level. There's fib cluster around this both area. So which tells me that this is the higher time frame target that we're looking at for. Then automatically we're gonna have something like this. We're gonna have something like this. AB is equals to C what? CD. ABCD pattern is right there. Fib cluster 1 divided by 71.6 level is gonna get what? 0.414. So we are looking at for what? A possible retracement back, a possible push more down. Then from there, if price could make it all the way from here, we're gonna push up, or from this area. When price gets to either of these two, we're gonna look out for our entry to the upside. But as of now, sell is what I still favor. What I favor now is sell. Probably let's see on the smaller time frame to see a very good area to look out for the sell. Very first of all, we can see we had a nice support level right there. Then checking it out, checking the support level out, price boom 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 but breaking below, so you can actually watch closely on the daily time frame. This level is not is it hasn't broken. This level has not broken. Well, okay, where we got it broke, we can see what we had last week daily, but this level broke below, so probably you want to watch out for daily candle close. If daily close above it, that's actually still telling that price can still push up back to this level before they drop. But as of now, if price close below and give you a nice retest, you can actually what take your sell. So I'm gonna be making a zone out of this area. Boom. So this is a zone. So we're gonna be watching the closure of this market. Yeah, you can see we had a nice closure right here, but price did not break. I mean, the retest did not close below. So if you're getting a retest, the retest has to close below this area for you to take your sell. Let me see if anything kind of trend line is actually right there. Yeah, we get a nice channel right here. This is actually, yeah, this could be a nice breakout. So actually telling us that price can actually still drop to the downside. So guys, if you get a clean close, which is right we're getting, so I'm talking about a clean close below this one, you can sell automatically. The price can still push up because we have something like this. This was the second low. You can see what we have in retest. So price can still push up. That's why I said you need to be watch closely before you take anything like sell. Don't just go ahead and sell. Make sure you get a clean close below this area. I mean, a clean retest of this area before you get any sell. Price can actually still push up. Anything could happen. So you can be on a watch list for that. So that's for this. This is the target. Overall target is this point and this point. That's for Euro card. Next pair is gonna be Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie. So Pound Aussie is also very an interesting pair. It's a very interesting pair whereby I want to pay attention to. I like this pair because I'm actually gonna be watching both of them. I'm a mid the entry, I don't care, yeah, that's fine, but the analysis I'm giving out on this is actually right. So this one also has high potential of selling. Same pattern, but this pattern is quite different. High potential of selling is right on this pair. We're having a high potential of sell forming out. So this is what I'm gonna be predicting. That's what we have right there. It was very nice. What's it called? Bullish ascending pattern. So checking on the 2 hour time frame, I don't just want to swing. I don't want to waste time on this one. I'm gonna be playing out this level. This is the level I'm gonna be playing out with. I'm not gonna waste much time on analyzing this one. So this is the level I'm gonna be playing. Oh, let me just take it a little bit above because I have a nice push up right there. Boom. So fine. At this point in time, yeah, we can make use of this. Yes. So this is the zone I'm gonna be watching. Everything seems accurate. Retest. Everything seems accurate. Yes. I really want to make it smaller. I don't want to make it big, but it's actually good that way too. Doesn't matter. Okay, so everything seems accurate right there. So automatically, this is what I personally am waiting for. A breakout of this. As a conservative trader, a breakout of this is what I'm waiting for. Mind you, I told you guys earlier that there's still high potential of price getting all the way back to this point. I told you before. I think I showed, and that was what's it called? That was on 2 analysis back on this one. Yes, this was what I had. Whereby I told you guys there's high potential of price still coming back to this point. So this point is still a very good area for price to sell. That's for the high time seller. But right now, should in case price want to make it all the way there, watch out for that sell entry at the breakout of this. Inputs to the downside, what are we respecting? You can see what we have. We are respecting the nice 70.50 level. So if this 78.65 level is going to play out, it's actually telling us that 1 2 3 4 5. It's actually telling us that they're going to make it all the way back to this area. If this really breaks and retests, we're coming back to this point. Bet it or not, it's going to pop. So because this is what we're going to have. 1 2 3. So on this one, watch out for that breakout of trend line. Watch out for the breakout of trend line. Watch out for it. I am actually anticipating that all what we need is Aussie to gain strength. We need the Aussie to gain strength. So if Aussie gains strength, all these pairs are gonna trash to the downside. That's for pound Aussie. Last pair is gonna be on euro JPY, euro pound. Yeah, this pair I've been saying this for a very long time. Nothing to talk much about this also. I think I told you guys that price is actually likely gonna make it all the way back to this low. If they make it all the way back to this low, there's high potential of them pushing back up then drop, because this low is actually what a nice low respecting what the 6-1 level. If we check back to the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we can get right there. Let's see what we can get right there. So on the smaller time, on the 4-hour time frame now, let me just take all this arrow out. Checking out FIB cluster, we had a nice drop to the downside. Then we had a retracement. I think I gave this harmonic out. It's actually done. The harmonic is done now. So checking this out, this is what we had. We had a nice push to the downside. Taking this out first. Let me take this out. We had a nice push from here to the downside. Boom. We had what 78.6 retracement. This is the negative 672. This is the negative 618 around this zone. Boom. Negative 414 is right here. So like the example I was giving on Euro card. So right here, I'm gonna place a fib. Euro card and this one actually had this kind of same setup. You can go and check Euro card. So we had what impulse, boom. Now 30.2 was respected, 70.6 was respected, 618 right now. So 618 is actually aligned with what negative 414 of this first retracement. From year to year, we had this negative 414 right here. So price is still trying to make it down. Should in case price gets to this area, this is where I'm looking at for my buy. That is where I'm looking at for the buy. So I'm waiting patiently to see if I can get price to that area. Should in case price did not make it back there, then I might be careful. Then I'm gonna watch out for something else. But as of now, I really want to see if price is gonna make it back there. Let me set the 1 hour real quick just to see if there's some kind of pattern forming. I really so much want to see price get back to that point. Fine. So if this is a pattern forming based on market structure, if this is a pattern forming based on market structure, there's still high potential of price doing what, coming back to this area. There's still high potential of price coming back to this area for their push up. There's still high potential. I'm not gonna sell this move though. I'm not gonna sell. So this is what I'm just respecting. So in case price get back to this area, it has high potential of what, pushing to the upside. So that rounds up this weekly analysis. Hold on, let me check something. Yes. That rounds up this weekly analysis. I'll see you guys during the week. If there's any change of analysis or if I want to make any video out, so I'm gonna see you guys soon. Stay safe and be blessed. Stay at home, guys. If there's no need for you to go outside, stay at home. One love from Yomi Daniel. Thank you once again, guys.